Hi everybody, Dr. Orna Isaacson here. I wanted to jump on real quick today to talk a little bit about the connection between your guts and your digestion and your mood. This is something that I've talked about a lot, and you can go back and look at some of my videos on YouTube and Instagram TV to see some of the herbs that I've used for this. But this morning I got a message from a journalist friend of mine who's doing an article about this, and I started thinking, well, there are so many ways that what's going on in the gut affects what's going on with your mood. And this is obviously a big area of interest for me. So I thought I would jump on and just talk about 4 quick ways, just my notes, 4 quick ways that gut and mood are connected, and a little bit about what you can do to improve your mood by improving what's going on with your gut. So the first thing, and this is so important, like this is big magic, y'all, is breakfast. I have patients come in to see me with joint pains, with fatigue, with insecurity at their jobs about how well they're performing. And across the board, if I get them eating a good breakfast, they come back and say, I don't need to see the neurologist anymore. I'm doing great at this job that I thought I was underqualified for. All these things just kind of go away when we get that going right. And what's that about? I think that that's about blood sugar. So if you know the phenomenon of hangry, where you haven't eaten and you're getting kind of anxious and you're getting cross and you're snappish, what's going on physiologically there is your blood sugar, which is supposed to stay nice and even, has crashed. And then your body says, oh my God, we're starving. We must go out and kill something. Here's a spurt of energy. And that spurt of energy, if we are prone to overthinking or anxiety, or we have reasons, we can interpret that energy as anxiety and then start spinning down that road. So if we can keep our blood sugar even, which a good hearty breakfast can help with, if we keep our blood sugar even, we get less of those anxiety spikes. So very, very big deal, profound changes, simple thing to do. Next thing is inflammation. More and more as we look at chronic diseases and the root causes of them, we find that inflammation is the culprit. So if we can tone down inflammation, we can help with a lot of things. One of those things is depression. So more and more we're learning that depression is actually our brains being on fire. So how do we tone that down? Again, this is a food question. So we basically know a lot of the foods that aren't good for us. Most of the heavily fried things that are high in sugar, most of the fast foods that we sometimes rely upon. So if we can switch those out for healthier options, including lots of vegetables, there are a million diets out there, but the sort of standard thing of whole foods that you can identify what the food is, what it's made of, make it yourself if you can. There are lots of good sources for high quality food. All of those things can help tone down inflammation and can turn down the flame on your brain and lower depression. Then a third thing is what's going on in our gut with the microbiome, which is the fancy name for the bugs that live in there and help us digest our food. And if we have good gut bugs, they help us make nutrients that we need that we don't make for ourselves, and they help protect the gut lining to help lower inflammation. There are some good robust studies out there, for instance, that show that specific supplementation with probiotics, which are a kind of supplement, but you can get a lot of the same things from foods like sauerkraut or kimchi. So the studies show that taking a good probiotic can reduce anxiety, including social anxiety in kids. So you've got that kid who doesn't want to go to school because school is terrible socially, right? So probiotics can really help, and you can get some of those same effects just with diet, things like, again, your fermented foods. And then the fourth thing is that our guts are also really important for making neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters are the chemicals in our brain that help signal between the neurons in our brain. And most of the antidepressant and anti-anxiety medications are really about managing those neurotransmitters. And one of the ways to do that naturally or with food is to balance what's going on in our gut. So again, food choices can improve neurotransmitter function. So they're mostly made in our gut, and this can help how we proceed in the world with our mood. So I just want to, in terms of like the simple answers for things you can eat or things you can take, fermented foods, vegetables or high quality fish or meat that have good fatty acid balance in them. These are things that can really, really make a difference for mood. Again, I have a bunch of videos that talk about specific herbs that help with digestion and mood. You can find those on my YouTube channel, on my IGTV. If you find this helpful, please like this post, please share, please follow me, and tag friends who you think that this could be useful for. When we talk about changing diets, this doesn't have to be a terrible, onerous, awful, hateful thing. It's really about substituting good foods, and this can be delicious and it can be fun and it can make us feel so much better. So I hope you found this useful. Again, please do like, follow, tag, friends, and share. And I'm Dr. Orna Isaacson, and Salúd.